I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This, today, is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time. I'm not in the mood to play with anybody. My brother Bomani Jones is in another booth looking at me. I love that brother. I don't want to talk to you today. I've got producers who have been very, very good to me. I've got bosses who have been very, very good to me. I've got co-workers that I love. I don't want to talk to anybody. My godson, Jonathan Barnes, is sitting right in front of me, and I don't want to look at him. I'm ticked off. I mean, this is just and Sean Farnham on Get Up this morning with Mike Greenberg, him and his Benedict Arnold self.
I'm out of here.
Walking around, having shows on television in the morning, acting like this is just a good day to just laugh. It's always a laugh with the New York Knicks for non-New York Knicks fans.
Oh, God.
I thought Mike Greenberg was a good man.
Please shoot me.
I thought he was a person that didn't like to watch people suffer. And then that damn Pablo out there with Bomani, he's standing in the hallway laughing at me too. This is not funny.
Only hell could be worse than listening to this.
Funny.
Previously on the Sports Drive. Attention, Walmart shoppers. Attention, Walmart shoppers.
Oh, gosh.
Welcome to the program, everybody. Episode 218. It is Thursday, May 16, 2019. Hope you guys enjoyed your week so far. I am the Gluey Hump.
Yes, you are.
Here for the Sports Drive, like I said, episode 218. Make sure to like this YouTube video and subscribe to the channel to get all of our previous editions of the Sports Drive. As a disclaimer for those who are watching us for the very first time, this is a non-politically correct sports talk show. If you're easily offended, and I hate using the word if, but it applies to this context. If you're easily offended, this show is not for you. We do this show every single Thursday on YouTube at 11 p.m. Eastern, which makes it 10 p.m. here, 10 a.m. here in the Central. If you live in the West or anywhere else, figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, really.
Today on the show, we should be joined in a little bit by the bowling master, Andrew Browning. He should be joining us soon. He said he'll be here in a few. Also be having the Walmart boy grace us with his presence later on. But in the first portion of this week's edition of the Sports Drive, you're going to have a little Chicago Sports Talk Radio.
Yes! All righty.
But visual, because you got to look at my ugly mug, unfortunately. But anyways.
I didn't say you were ugly, dude.
Nah, little self-deprecating humor. But anyways, yeah, me and Frank are going to go back and forth on some Chicago sports talk topics that's been going on throughout the city. And then once the boys come back here, we can get into the New York Jets drama that's going on right now. And then also we have the nonsense that was the NBA draft lottery the other night. That's going to be my opening rants. And then also, don't forget, the staple of the show, the Skippy Bayless Bash Shower. Good God, man.
Yeah, really. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I know.
So I got bombarded with tweets from Sean the other day about.
Oh, wait. You got bombarded with tweets? Oh, my goodness. He did it about what? Wait, hold on. Who instigated it?
I didn't instigate. I put out Twitter that I'm going to the White Sox game this Saturday
against Toronto
with my dad. It's the early afternoon game.
Enjoy.
Lucas Giolito's starting. So this is my first White Sox game of the season. I always enjoy going to the ballpark. We're actually in the bleachers right in front of the bullpen in the left field. So it's going to be a pretty cool view to look at.
Nice. Visit the Goose Island Pavilion. Don't forget to visit the Goose Island Pavilion and Wright.
Yes, I definitely will.
Yeah, I got to visit that.
So I'm excited to go to the White Sox game this weekend. And then I get just bombarded with, have fun time. Don't forget the Red Sox beat the White Sox last week. Dude. And then he's like, I was like, do you feel better about yourself? He's like, yeah, why wouldn't I? The Bruins are up 3-0 right now in the playoffs. And I just started sending him GIFs and stuff like of the panda and
Yeah,
Pablo,
please.
Pablo Sandoval breaking his belt.
Yeah, really, dude.
And all of a sudden he's like, don't hit me with that. And then I dropped the Skip Bayless GIF and he got really upset. But anyways.
Dear Lord, dude.
Yeah.
That's one guy.
That's what we call an internet troll.
Goalie Hump, I hate Goalie Hump. Well, I'm just going to call it what it is. He's a long way off from getting pie. It really is, dude.
Hey, he openly said that he likes strudel.
Yeah, he did. He did. Oh my goodness, dude. Listen, if he had said, okay, you know what I am about ifs too, Goalie Hump. But let's say he had said, I would like Patriots cheerleader pie. That would be cool. But he said oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You know who offered some good pie for the Patriots? Carmella from WWE. She used to be a Patriots cheerleader.
Really? I didn't know that. Honestly, I didn't know that, dude.
Good pie and good water.
I had a friend that dated a Colts cheerleader.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, going up. You know what? I just got to say something here. Oh, wait a minute. Are we doing introductions or not, dude?
Yeah, let's do that. Dude.
And
you know what? We're gonna switch reversals once I'm done with the intros. I'm gonna let Frank host for a little bit.
Dear Lord, I get the pilot. What happens if we crash?
or the boat director for Titanic, the captain of the boat.
I know you're talking about the movie Titanic.
Yeah,
I saw that in the theaters way back when, Goalie Hump.
Did you have a hot day with you, or you went by yourself?
I didn't have a hot day. Goalie Hump, listen.
Hold up. This is very important. Are you about to tell me that you went to go see Titanic in the theaters by yourself?
No, I saw some jabronis.
Oh, okay.
No, I saw some jabronis.
At least you had company with you.
Yeah, I saw it with some jabronis, with some friends.
To bring this in context, for folks my age, that's like saying me going to The Notebook by myself.
I've never seen that movie, nor do I care to see it, dude.
Yeah. All right. Introductions. Introducing first from Blue Bumblebee, Indiana, but he is a product of the state of Illinois. He is a Chicago Cubs fan with the respect to the White Sox.
Yeah, of course.
He also is a big fan of the Chicago Bears, Bulls, and Blackhawks. Also, I always compare him to the Dan McNeil of the Sports Drive.
And also did. That's a first.
Yeah, that's a first, and it's also I'm adding another one to the list that I added last week.
James Hetfield.
Yes, right. That's right. The James Hetfield, the Sports Drive. Here is the Gale Force win, Frank Sprankle.
Hey, Goalie Hump. You know what I was thinking when I heard the Stephen A. Smith rant about how his producers and all of that treat him with respect? You know what I was thinking? You are so good to me. No, we should. You know, Goalie Hump, you should have played Billy and Chuck's theme immediately after that soundbite. You should have.
Yeah. Well, what's next? We're gonna play Rico's song too.
Why not? Hey, Goalie Hump, you're a genius, dude. I mean, great minds speak alike on this show, don't they?
Yeah, it's interesting how that plays out, right?
Yeah, it is interesting. Very, very interesting.
All right, Frank, do your intro, then you take over hosting duties.
Oh, dear Lord, Goalie Hump. I guess, yeah, my mommy will be proud of me. The following intro is scheduled for the people of Woodfall. It's so phenomenal. Introducing a guy who interferes inside every single steel cage match, for the most part. Here is the Goalie Hump, Josh Lopez.
Am I going to interfere in the Miz and Shane McMahon's steel cage match for Money in the Bank this Sunday?
Yes, you should. I know Money in the Bank is Sunday. I know it's in Hartford. Yeah, you should interfere in some capacity, dude. But no. Wait, actually,
should we make Money in the Bank predictions on this show today?
If you want, I'm all for it, Jabroni. I'm all for it. Let's get Brownie B in here, though, and let's get the uppers here, though.
Yes, sir. All right, Frank, the floor is yours. What's on your mind, sports-wise?
Sports-wise. Well, let's talk some baseball, Goalie Hump. And I got to say this. Obviously, we got two teams in Chicago, different in terms of how how the records are. But I gotta say this about the Cubs. Look. I know people panic, saying, "Oh no, the Cubs are doomed. The Cubs are doomed." Look, they're playing great ball. People need to relax. They're playing awesome. Yes, they lost yesterday. They're going to lose some games here and there. But you know what? This is a team that we're seeing at long last. It's true colors. And I've been impressed with the way they've been playing. I've been impressed with the starting pitching. I do think the bullpen is going to come into question down the road. But of course, you might need to make trades. That's what the trading deadline is for. But if you look at this NL Central, Bluey Hump, and taking a look at the standings here, I predicted that unlike 3 years ago, it wasn't going to be a cakewalk. It wasn't. But the Cubs are up by a game and a half. St. Louis below that 3.5. The Cubs have great talent. They got great potential this year. But I want Cub fans to know it's not going to be an easy division to win. Bluey Hump, I'll say this. What we're seeing from some of these divisions in baseball, outside of maybe the AL West, where it's all Astros now and the Twins, I predict they'd be first. This has been a good baseball season.
Right, I agree. Let me ask you this, though.
Sure.
How do you feel about when Addison Russell hits a home run or does anything positive for the Cubs?
He needs to do stuff positive, Bluey Hump, because when he came back last week, I was watching the game in which he returned. He was mixed. There was a mix of boos. I mean, there were some cheers, yes, but some boos. Addison Russell, with what he's been through, and that was wrong on his part. The domestic abuse, wrong on his part. Mm-hmm. He has got to reestablish trust and faith with the fans. And he's got to do that by producing. He doesn't have to hit home runs. He hit one yesterday, that I know. But he has got to produce at the plate, hit for contact, make good plays in the field, and I think we'll get the trust back.
I think the hitting for the Cubs has been good this year.
Yeah, it has been, no question about it.
I feel like there could be some improvements, though, when it comes to having home runs with runners in scoring position, though.
I think overrated, though. Going up, let me say this. I think that's overrated. Runners, home runs, runners score position. Okay, home runs are awesome, but bring in the base runners with singles. Bring them in with doubles. I think.
I know. I was pointing that out when saying the hitting was good. I'm saying you could do more damage and blow out more teams by having home runs when you have guys on first and third or whatever the scenarios there. Like you could add more runs to the situation instead of always having a game that's 4-3 or 6-5 because you got to use your bullpen because you didn't score enough runs earlier in the game.
Right, the bullpen ain't that good for the Cubs. I'll be honest. The bullpen could be a lot better. It could.
So I had the Cubs game on yesterday in the background. Wasn't really paying attention to it. But I did see that Yu Darvish had a pretty good outing despite
He did.
Despite the game going in extra innings yesterday, thanks to Carl Edwards Jr. Cubs are still having their series right now with the Cincinnati Reds. There was a conversation I heard Cap have on his show yesterday on Sports Talk Live on NBC Sports Chicago. And they're talking about Craig Kimbrell still being a free agent right now. And Hub Arkush was on the panel. He was talking about the Ricketts needs to stop acting like they don't have money.
Wait. I got to stop you there. Well, Hub Arkush was talking about something other than football?
Yes.
That's amazing. Wait. Hub Arkush talking anything else about football? Bluey Hump. Oh my goodness. It's a miracle. It's remarkable.
Yeah.
We're talking something else but football.
It was an hour-long edition of Sports Talk Live, and they didn't get into the Bears until 40 minutes into the show.
But why would you? There's baseball going on right now. The Bears can wait.
By the way, for the producers for Sports Talk Live, why does your song make me feel like I'm going into sports court? Like,
wait, what are you talking about? Sport? What you talking about?
Like, if you listen to the theme song for Sports Talk Live on NBC Sports Chicago,
yeah,
like, it sounds like I'm going into court. Like
people's court.
Yeah, I guess it could be what the theme is of that show. Sports journalists bringing topics to the court or whatever. I don't know, debates. I mean, there's so many debate shows you can't really catch up with all of them.
Dude, there's so many court shows. You're talking about court shows. There's so many court shows. I gotta say this: when when I was growing up, and before you were born here, I'm talking about elementary and my elementary school prominently.
Yeah.
School would end at 2:50. Okay, I had to do my homework. My sister and I, who was 2 years younger, People's Court used to be on Channel 2 back in the Judge Wapner days. This was like at 4 o'clock, 4:30. I remember doing my homework with People's Court on in the background. We used to honestly, and it used to be Judge Wapner, and Doug Llewellyn is hosting it now, but he hosted it then. The one thing I recall growing up was that People's Court was the only court show you had. I'm talking back in the 80s into the 90s. Now you got so many court shows, I can't even name them all.
You know what's interesting? I met Judge Mathis before.
Oh, you did? Seems like a cool guy.
He visited our elementary school,
Nice.
Chopin,
Awesome.
when I was in like 6th grade or something like that.
Cool.
Man, hold up. Let's see what year that was. 6th grade. So I graduated in 2006. Was when Judge Mathis came by the school.
What was the occasion? Just to speak about leadership and hard work?
Yeah,
What was it?
Yeah, some type of seminar nonsense. I only remember just seeing him walking around in person and how tall he was.
Oh, how tall he was. Yeah, you see them on television and you don't think about you see them on television, you don't think about how tall or how short they are, and then you see them in person, you're like, man, this dude is tall. Man, this guy is short. I mean, you don't really think, you only think of them while watching them in a box. You don't think of them as what they look like in terms of outside of the television screen.
Right. What else do you have on your mind, my man?
Well, as far as the NBA draft lottery, I know we'll talk more about it later, but the Bulls get the 7th round pick. And I know there's, by the way, let me ask you this, Glee, as far as the draft lottery, good thing or bad thing? Let me ask you this. Good thing or bad thing to have an audience?
Audience inside the draft lottery?
Yeah, they had it on it was at the Hilton on Tuesday. They had an audience. They were all. Did you hear the response?
Yeah.
I mean, is that a good thing or a bad thing in your opinion?
I don't have an issue with it.
Yes, not either.
What I don't get is why we need live feeds of people in bars watching the draft lottery. I don't care what a bunch of hooligans in freaking Brooklyn have to think about the Knicks pick. I don't care.
Oh, yeah, well, NBC Sports. You talking about NBC Sports Chicago? They went all out and aired their Bulls draft special from a bar somewhere in the city. I don't remember where it was, but it was somewhere.
Were you watching it on there?
I was watching a couple minutes. It was on. I know. Wait, hold on. The Cubs were on NBC Sportsnet. I'm talking about NBC Sportsnet Plus, and you have Xfinity like me. Is it 201 on your cable as well?
Yes.
Okay, it's 201 on my cable as well. That's the Plus channel, and the main NBC Sports channel is 200.
So you had Mark Shanowski and Kendall Gill there,
and they had some guy who I didn't even know. I don't even think he's in basketball. I think he's in music and hip hop. I don't know who that. There was some jabroni. I didn't know who he was.
And then.
but going up, I honestly, Steph Curry was taken as the 7th overall pick when he was drafted.
Right.
So I'm just saying, there's potential here for the Bulls. And people talk about tank for Zion's. We don't know how good Zion's going to be.
Frank, how many times did I come on here over the past season and profess how stupid tanking is in general?
Well, tanking is stupid. I mean, honestly, why do you think there's a draft lottery?
So here's my thing. I heard John Paxson, his interview on Mully and Halt yesterday morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll get to listen to a live radio show. Sometimes I don't. I'll wait for the podcast to come out. So here's another situation where I had a long, strange night at the tattoo shop on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I woke up at like 10 o'clock or whatever. I didn't get to fall asleep until like 3 o'clock in the morning Tuesday.
Going up, I've done that myself too. Yeah. Typically on Sunday. Typically it's always on like Sunday morning at 3 o'clock. That's typically when I fall asleep because my sleep is off as it is.
Right. So I wake up and obviously Mully Ho is probably over by then, right? So I listened to their interview on their podcast channel with John Paxson. And I mean, this dude's at the point where he can say anything and it's not going to be good enough for Bulls fans, and I don't think that's cool. I don't live with a defeatist attitude, or I don't have a loser's mentality
Right.
like a lot of people in this city do.
Mhm.
Like, it's ridiculous. I just love how people like to come up with hot takes. And
Well,
then,
you're talking about trying to rip people when they get the opportunity.
here's my thing with social media, and I'm going to talk about this on my wrestling
Okay,
show.
but let me say, social media sucks.
Yeah,
it really does.
I'm going to say this with social media, and I'm going to talk about this on my wrestling show later on today. You could go on social media, and people that never worked in sports management or in the wrestling business, they'll tell you every ins and outs of what's supposed to happen and why it's supposed to happen without having spent 5 minutes in that business. And they'll tweet with you with a straight face as that they know what's right and wrong with sports or wrestling. Now, again, for context and for clarification, I am not saying that criticism is not. I'm not saying criticism shouldn't be allowed or anything like that.
Absolutely, I know where you're going with this.
I want some substance. Is it wrong for me to ask for substance when it comes to these criticisms and stuff? Like, okay, Stevie Wonder can figure out that the Bulls haven't been where they should have been the last 20 years. I mean, it's not rocket science. But here's my issue. And it's not just Gar Paxson, because that's so fucking lazy. It is.
Hashtag fire Gar Pax. You've seen it, haven't you? Hashtag fire Gar Pax.
By the way, can we address them by the real names? They're not a tag team. Why are you calling them Gar Pax? They're not.
I don't know.
They're not a tag team.
Yeah, who started? Well, hold on. Who started that? Who started that hashtag fire Gar Pax? That's what I want to know. Somebody started. Somebody had to have started it.
Bulls fans are the most irrational fan base in the city right now, and it's just nauseating. It really is. They already made up their mind that Lauri Markkanen is not going to be a good player. They lament on every bad decision as if the Bulls are the only team that ever made bad decisions before in their basketball team. Right. I get the elements of being a sports fan. Guys, trust me, I'm a sports fan at heart, just like Frank Brown and everybody that's been on this show before. I'm a sports fan. I understand frustration and wanting to vent and this and that and bitch and complain. But every single fucking day, whining and bitching and complaining with no solution. Like, why are you going to keep whining and moaning about something that you proclaim to love every single day? It's ass backwards. Stop watching. Don't go to the games. Don't give them your money.
Exactly.
Put your money where your mouth is. You talk such a big game on social media, and you go to a fucking Bulls game later on that weekend. It was the same thing when the Bears were playing like shit over the last couple years.
Now they're great.
Look, I'm not saying that John Paxson or Gar Forman are awesome front office guys. I'm not saying that. But there's more that meets the eye to this where the Bulls are right now. And this whole thing that we needed to put our good players on the bench in the fourth quarter so we can lose games, and we need to play Felicio more. We needed to do all this stuff for tanking. For what?
You're not getting Zion.
Yeah, for what? So we can have the freaking Pelicans who were trying to compete for the playoffs, and then Anthony Davis wanted to get on his feelings. So they decided to tank the rest of the season. They got in the draft lottery, so they get the first pick. And then we're back to the LeBron James show. Nothing about the NBA changed in the draft lottery. It was either Zion was going to the Lakers or Pelicans. That was
not the Lakers.
Time.
Any team but the Lakers, Glory Hump. Any team but the LA Lakers, please.
That was on my mind the entire time.
Wait. Was this as if the Lakers were going to win the lottery? Was that on your mind?
Yeah, it was.
Me too.
It was either the Lakers or Pelicans because I knew one way or another it was going to do something that was going to affect the Lakers positively. And before you know it, Anthony Davis will be traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's telling you right now, it's going to happen sooner or later. The Lakers will either give up their 4th pick this season to the Pelicans, so the Pelicans get the 1st and 4th pick of this first round for Anthony Davis. It's going to happen, guys. It's the LeBron James show. We got the freaking Bucks and the Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals. We got another interesting series out west, but we still have to think about what's best for LeBron James. Oh, the NBA is not good enough if they don't have LaQueen in the playoffs. It's just nonsense.
He's not in the playoffs. He's not in the playoffs. Well, so am I. The product's bad. It's watered down. It's mediocre.
I'm not just saying this because I'm only feeling bad about the NBA because the Bulls suck. No, I want them to be good, but it's hard to pay attention. It's hard for me to get interested in the game. You got fouls every 30 seconds. The game's not fun to watch. If I wanted to watch horse, I'll watch horse on YouTube or play horse with friends of mine.
I haven't done that in ages, horse. The basketball horse.
It's not even team basketball. It's either slam dunks or a 3-point contest. That's all it is. And an occasional shot block.
Don't they do it at the NBA skills competition nowadays? These like games of horses with the WNBA players.
Yeah.
I think they do something like that. I don't know if it's called horse, but it's something similar if it's not called horse.
Brownie, you may need to get new headphones if you keep saying that audio keeps going out. I hear Frank perfectly fine.
Yeah, I can hear the goalie hum perfectly well.
Either take your headphones out and use the volume for your computer speaker.
I can hear the glowy hum very well.
So back to the Bulls. Yes, they got the
Bulls.
They got the 7th pick, and yes, Sylvie went on another crying soliloquy about, the Bulls decided to trade their 2nd-round pick for cash considerations.
Oh my goodness!
And he made a whole list of things that they did, and he went out his way to say that Chandler Hutchison, a guy who got drafted last season, was a mistake because the Bulls promised him that they were going to draft him. Just like Ryan Pace promised David Montgomery that he was going to go get him in the draft this year. So it's a problem when the Bulls do it, but not when the Bears promise a guy. So let me get this straight. How many times have we watched drafts go down and you hear managers talking to these drafted players saying, hey, I told you this was going to happen? It happens in every fucking sport. So you're going to say Chandler Hutchison is not a good player because, the Bulls made a promise to draft him? It happens every draft.
Hey, Glory Up, I just thought something. How do we not know from here?
What a stupid talking point that is.
Glory Up, here's what Bulls fans I think are going to say here. Potentially. I could be wrong, but potentially. How do we not know that Bulls fans are going to ask, well, I think Gar and Pax need to trade all their first-round picks the next 5 years to the New Orleans Pelicans just for Zion. You know that's going to happen at some point.
I saw a trade proposition yesterday that had Zach LaVine, Otto Porter, and Lauri Markkanen to the Pelicans for just Zion. Awesome. Zion comes here, and who else is on the fucking roster? Like, this is what I hate about social media. You come up with these freaking scenarios of trade scenarios and it doesn't make sense. Why are you gonna trade your 3 best players for one guy? When you trade Zach LaVine or Otto Porter, it's not helping your cap space. You still gotta pay the guys.
True.
It's nonsense, man.
The NBA is too much drama.
I want the Bulls to be good. Yes, I'm frustrated as everybody else. I'm frustrated as any other Bull fan out there. But god damn, can we stop with the lazy nonsense? Guard packs. Be outside the rhinestones. Put your money where your fucking mouth is. Stop bitching like a bunch of 6-year-olds and do something about it. Don't watch. Don't go to the games. If the Bulls really get you this upset, I saw somebody on Twitter the other day when the draft lottery went down said that the Bulls being they compared being a Bulls fan to being in an abusive relationship.
Wait, what? Wait. Where'd you hear that?
I saw. I forgot the user handle, but I saw the tweet.
So wait. Hold on. They were comparing being a Bulls fan to something a lot more serious in life, an abusive relationship compared to Bulls basketball. That's way more important. Some idiot was comparing that, right? Where'd you hear it? May I ask?
I didn't hear. I saw it on Twitter.
Well, people, people that tweet left and right really don't have much of an IQ, dude.
Yeah, I'm noticing that more and more as days go on. It's just annoying, and I'm going to talk about this later on my podcast today. Like, it's so stupid where people think they know every single little thing and reasonings why this is bad or why this doesn't make sense. Entertainment's not supposed to make sense at the end of the day. Whether it's either you're entertained or not. Was the match good or not? Was the promo good or not? They'll come up with these fucking convoluted theories and conspiracy theories about why things are happening on a wrestling show. Just watch the damn show. God damn.
I hear you going up. But you know what? I'm frustrated too. Listen, I do watch not the NBA per se, but I do watch a few of the Bulls games. I will try to give them a shot. And it's been bad the last few years. I'll admit that. But let's see what you first of all, tanking ain't going to help. If anything, tanking is just good. There's no guarantee with tanking. And we saw that with the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't know what their odds were. They won the draft lottery. Good for them. Congratulations, draft Zion, and the best to all of you there and all of that stuff. But the fact is, the question is, what type of a player can you get at 7? What type of player can you develop? And what type of a player can you either mesh with what you have now or at some point build around? That's the key right there for the Bulls. They got to look at the 7 pick. I would say not trade it. There's been success in past years at 7. We saw that with Steph Curry. The question is here, take that 7th pick, draft a quality player, develop that quality player. You got Jim Boylan as a head coach. I support that immensely. He did the best with what he had in terms of limited talent. See what you can do here. I think it's going to be interesting, the draft. Just don't trade. I don't want to hear, we got to trade the next 5 or 6 years. We got to trade the number 1 picks for Zion. That ain't going to help.
Let me ask you something.
Listen, sure, dude. Ask me anything.
No, it's not, Coach. Actually, it's breaking news. I'm looking at my phone right now.
Wait, is it breaking news?
Yeah.
Okay. What's it going on?
The Rolling Stones are going back on tour.
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Have they announced the dates yet?
Yes.
And the locations. Chicago. Are they first or one of the first locations?
They are starting at Soldier Field on June 21st.
Dude, the Stones love Chicago.
Yeah, that would be a good Father's Day gift for your dad or something like that.
I don't know if my dad's my dad really ain't a Stones fan. My dad's favorite band is Chicago. But I'll say this though, I do know people that have seen the Stones in concert and they say it's awesome.
I've never seen the Stones.
Okay. Let me give you going up. I'm going to give you some piece of advice here. Listen up. Tickets are going to be hard for that. Now, that ain't what I'm trying to tell you here. Just listen to me.
And then?
And then after the concert, listen up.
Yes.
There are times in which the Stones, not all the time, but they love Chicago. Whenever they play Chicago, there are times in which they might stop off at the House of Blues and perform an impromptu show. They have done that. So for Stones fans that can't get tickets for this show, my advice is hang out at the House of Blues. Hang out there early, hang out there late. Just wait. You might see Mick Jagger as well as Mick Jagger, Keith Richards. They might literally stop off at the House of Blues after the Soldier Field show. They've done that in years past.
Yeah.
They give impromptu concerts. They have. It's like, hey, you know what? Let's just go to the House of Blues. What should we do now? Let's go to the House of Blues and let's perform even more.
Right.
I'm just saying that's my advice for people that can't get tickets.
Really quick, I was gonna say this. So we got all the draft picks out of the way. We talked about the draft lottery. Oh, I wanted to bring this up.
What is it, dude?
Again, piggyback off what we talked about last week with the dumb CBS NFL rankings and stuff. Peter King this week decides he wants to put the 49ers ahead of the Bears in his power rankings.
Say what?
So tell me that injury-prone Jimmy Garoppolo is the second coming of Tom Brady. Okay.
Wait, what year is this? Wait, hold on. Is this 1989?
I don't know, man. I don't get it with these media members that have curry favor with certain teams. Like, okay, so Peter King was in the draft room with the 49ers today. Mitch Trubisky got to the Bears, right?
Right, of course.
2017. So Peter King ended up being the main media guy, just drooling over how John Lynch handled his first draft and this whole narrative that John Lynch is the best general manager in the NFL and Kyle Shanahan is going to be an awesome coach because he's awesome with offense. By the way, the 49ers have still been shit since both of them have been a part of their organization so far. No, I understand. They've had injuries. Jimmy Garoppolo tore his ACL last season. That's unfortunate. I understand that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not saying that the 49ers are going to be a bad football team. I think they'll actually be a lot better than they were last year. But you're going to put them 7th in the NFL?
You got to prove it. Hold on. You got to prove that you belong, don't you not?
And you're going to put the Bears at 9th?
Okay, wait. Okay, so hold on. The 49ers are at 7. The Bears are at 9th. Who's 8th?
I gotta remember.
I'll find it.
It's on NBC Sports now. He doesn't work for Monday Morning Quarterback anymore. Yeah, just type in Peter King NFL Power Rankings or something like that.
Yeah, I know. Peter King has that big power ranking. I typically go by the CBS one though. Mm-hmm. Biased as it is.
Never forget the Tony Romo one.
Yeah, what's Tony Romo doing now? I mean, I'm going to say this. Tony Romo I actually do like as a broadcaster because it's like watching a game with your buddy.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I didn't get to ask you this when the schedule came out. How do you feel about the Bears having a lot of primetime games?
Hey, you earned it. Hey, you got to earn those primetime games. Mm-hmm. And the Bears have – hold on, I'm trying to think. They have – okay, we know about the Packers game to open up the season. They have the Rams. Is that a Sunday night? Let me check the Bears schedule. Okay, that's in Los Angeles, and I can imagine that would be. You know what though? Let me ask.
I was so nervous.
Go ahead.
I was so nervous that Rams game was going to be the same night as Survivor Series, but it's actually the week before. Like, because Survivor Series is here in Chicago this year. I'm going to be at that show. I was like, "Fuck, man! I want to watch the Bears."
Dude, watch the Bears, dude. Just bring. You got a mobile device. You can watch. You can bring the Bears with you.
No, but it's cool. The Bears will be playing the Giants in the early afternoon of the day.
Right, I'm looking at it at noon. That's November 24th. You know what, William? I got to ask you this. It's great. You got to earn it, and the Bears have a lot of appearances on NBC. I'm not surprised Bears Chiefs, Soldier Field, Mahomes, and Trubisky here. But let me ask you this.
Super Bowl preview.
Hey, you know what? Wouldn't surprise me. Let me ask you this, though. Should the Bears be playing on Thanksgiving again? I don't think if you're going to play on Thanksgiving, I don't think it should be the same matchup as it was last year, Bears Lions.
I'll say this though, I do like the fact that I do like that they're doubling the Thursday games though. If you're going to have if you're going to have them on Thanksgiving, have them have the same schedule the next week.
Yeah, Bears and Cowboys. I know what you're talking about. That's 7 days. That's like your typical rest week, work week, however you want to call it in the NFL.
And you don't have to travel because you'll be at home for that game.
Hey, the Bears get to go to London.
Right.
Second time. And you know what, though? I'm happy. I guess I don't like the fact that the game's being played in London, the Bears and Raiders. But I guess if we're going to look at one good thing about a Glowing Hump, the Bears don't have to give up the home game. There's no way the NFL is going to give up the Bears as a Bears home game. There's certain teams that won't be giving up home games. Bears, Packers, the 2 New York teams, Steelers, Patriots, Cowboys, you name it. There's more. But the Bears don't have to give up a home game.
So I think the Bears put them in the Redskins on Monday Night Football. I think that's when Dwayne Haskins will make his debut.
I'm kind of surprised, though, from a nationally televised perspective. And I know there's a limit as far as the nationally televised games here. But I would have thought, and I know the Bears Saints is a late afternoon game on October 20th in Week 7. I thought that would be a nationally televised game, though. That should be.
Oh no.
What?
I'm just reminded of the fact that we're gonna have more Joe Buck and Troy Aikman games this year.
There will be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Wait, but isn't that a compliment, though?
No,
That's a compliment.
it's not a compliment.
Yeah, it is.
I appreciate the time slot, but I don't appreciate them being the commentary team I have to listen to. So think about this. They have the Saints here in Chicago. That's a late start, right? 3:25 on Fox. That you know what that is? That's Fox America Game of the Week.
No, it's not. It's regional. It's actually, I know what you mean, but it's only regional. What is it? There's another game or two that show.
You're not understanding. When they have America's Game of the Week, that's when they have Troy Aikman and Joe Buck calling that game.
Yeah, but it's not national.
Listen to them. Yes, what do you mean it's not national? It's Fox's biggest game of the week. Of course it's national.
But it's not quite national, dude. There's regional games. There's like one or two other games going on at that time.
I'm not saying that's not the only game going on. My point is I don't want to listen to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Well, you will. Hey, Glory Hump. You're going to have to listen to them on Thanksgiving.
Oh, no, I don't. I'll put on Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer on WBBM.
Dude, wait. There's a solution. Why don't you do that? That's a solution. Do that October 20th.
Yeah,
I mean, there you go.
I'm pretty sure they'll be here for the Vikings game on week 4 because that's a late start too.
Hey, Chloe Hump, I just realized this: Joe Buck and Troy Aikman get to call back-to-back Bears games, Thanksgiving, and then the week after against Dallas at home.
Awesome.
Hey, Chloe Hump, we should just go to that game. We don't need Jerome.
Well, let's have the trifecta. They have Thanksgiving. They got the Thursday night football game. Maybe a playoff game, hopefully, and the Super Bowl.
That's right. The Bears.
Let's do it. Let's have a quartet of Joe.
Yeah, that's right. The Bears make the Super Bowl. We get to hear Joe Buck and Troy Aikman call it. I listen to the radio. You know what?
Yeah, the Super Bowl is on Fox this year.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. But you know what, Chloe Hump? My dad actually had the Bears radio call of Wayne Larrivee and Dick Butkus for Super Bowl 20 when they played the Patriots down in New Orleans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually turned the TV down and had the radio up.
And then?
Because I watched with him. What?
And then? Still
can you hear us? Yeah, can you hear us, dude? It's like we're thin air to him, dude.
Browning.
Hi, Browning. Hey, Browning, how's Chuck E. Cheese Smooth doing? What's going on in PTW? Dude, he can't hear us.
You need to get some new headphones. You guys can hear us, right? Type it in the chat room if you can hear us.
Yeah, if you can, that's a good one. Yeah, Browning, type in the chat room if you can hear one of us at least.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, back to the Bears.
The Bears. It'll be a team from Chicago in Super Bowl 54 known as the Bears.
There's only one game I care about in the schedule this year.
Dude, I care about them all. Wait, how can you care about just one? I care about them all.
No, there's one particular game that I have keen eyes on.
Okay, can I take a guess here? Go ahead. Okay, let's divide. Let's break it down. Home or away?
Away.
Okay, it's away. Okay. Let me look here. Why do I have a feeling it's in November, right?
Yes.
It's the Philadelphia Eagles, isn't it?
Yes.
I know you, Glory Hump. I know you.
The Bears will be really considered Super Bowl contender once they finally win a football game in Philadelphia. I'll never forget the night the Bears were supposed to clinch the division on Sunday Night Football in Mark Trestman's first year as the Bears coach, and they got blown out by Chip Kelly.
Yeah, that was bad. That actually started the down spiral.
Frank, the Packers lost.
I remember that, Liam.
They're going to clinch the division that night.
I know what you're talking about, Glory Hump. I recall because the Packers, it wasn't the Packers. The Packers had lost their game. I think it was a 325 game, and they had lost their game.
Yeah.
So that meant all the Bears had to do was win in their end, and sure enough, that just shows you how bad it was during the Mark Trestman era. I get the sense that Trestman, I'll be honest, when he came to the Bears, I had confidence that this was going to work because because the Bears were going in an offensive direction. You got a quarterback guru of a head coach that's going to work with Jay Cutler. He had worked with a number of coaches with a number of quarterbacks before, and that just proved to me that when Trestman was coaching the Bears, it was, how do I put this? They were just unmotivated. There was no joy. The Bears. But
I was watching some of the old Chris Farley Chicago. I forgot the name they had for that segment.
Bill Swirsky and the super fans. It had George Wendt.
Yeah, this is Bill Swirsky here.
I'm gonna have another heart attack.
We got Chicago Bull fan number 1 over here, and a guy with a side of hot dogs.
He actually started that when he was playing Norman Shears.
Yeah, you got the Polish sausage, and we got some pierogies on the grill.
Oh, my heart attack. Because they seemed like they had heart attacks in every episode.
Yeah.
You know, with the way they ate, you would be dead by now.
I'll never forget. I was at an airport one time. Somebody came up to me. He's like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "I'm from Chicago." It's like, "Man, you got a brutal Chicago accent, like deep." I was like, "Damn, I didn't know that was that recognizable." To be honest with you.
Well, you know what? My mom has it as well.
Yeah, we got the Polish sausage, and we got Hotworks. We got Harry Potter in the background.
Yeah, they had the beer and cigars. Let's talk about that team they'll be playing in Super Bowl. You know what the best? One of my favorite ones was of the Bill Swirsky Superfans group on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Was when this was in 91. This was around May of 91 because the Bulls were heading toward their first championship at the time. And they were talking about the Bulls, but they were talking about the Indianapolis 500, which was upcoming. And they said, if the Bears entered the Indianapolis 500, who would win? And they said, the Bears, because they would say, well, how could they enter the Indianapolis 500? Of course, they're a football team. They drive a bus. Dicko would drive it, and the Bears would win the Indianapolis 500. That was a great stint, Louis Hump. Great stint.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Chris Farley.
Yeah, rest in peace. You know what, though? I did like how they brought back 2 of the super fans, including George Wendt playing Bill Swirsky. I like how they brought him back for the State Farm commercial where Aaron Rodgers is on the plane and they're sitting next to them. You seen that commercial?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, where they're in grilling class and they're pulling grills out, and then you got that little guy with the cheese head that goes discount double check, and he's on the wing of the plane.
Yeah.
Wayne.
Oh God. Also, I'm very excited for Chiefs and Bears in December. The final Sunday Night Football game of the season. Oh man, that's gonna be a barn burner.
I'm just curious what the weather's gonna be like because I went to the Bears-Cowboys Monday night game in 2013 when Mike Dickey had his number retired, and I'm not saying it's gonna be like this. But the temperature was 2 above 0, 8 below wind chill. I'd expect it. Look, that's weather you do expect maybe in January and February, but not in early December. I'll say this, it's going to be cold potentially, not as cold, I think, maybe in the 20s. But but you're looking at here 2 of the best young and up-and-coming quarterbacks. A coach who has fallen short in a big one, but has had success in Andy Reid against one of his pupils in Matt Nagy. That, to me, outside of the Packers game, might be the best.
And then?
What?
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, what? You're saying, what I knew.
I popped in. That's what's going on here.
Oh, God.
Dear God. Hey, Bears. Boy, you got to be speaking about Bill Swirsky and the Superfans now. Look what you've done, dude.
Yeah, we got the cheeseburgers, we got the steak, and we got everything on the grill right now.
Yeah, and heart attacks. Dude, give that shit away, dude.
There you go. Good morning. Here.
Oh, God, shut up. Don't act like a grown-up, dude.
There's only one real bear, and it's not a Bruin.
Cut it out. I'm ready to celebrate tonight because you know what, everybody? The Bruins are 1 win away from going to the Cup. And you
Sean,
guys thought that the Bruins.
Sean, why do you celebrate? Sean, why do you celebrate? You don't celebrate until you win a world championship.
Shut up, Frank. Shut up, Frank. This is my time to enjoy. Because with the Bruins, a win tonight and they go to the Cup. It would be their 20th Cup appearance. I didn't see the Blackhawks make it to the Cup this year.
Hey, Sean, let me ask you, are you going to wear pants while you watch the game, dude?
I celebrate, and of course I'll have a.
Yeah,
bottle
Sean,
of
I know how you're going to celebrate.
champagne.
Sean, you're going to celebrate. It's going to involve a hand, isn't it?
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god!
I got some rants. I have some rants to get off.
Yeah,
my
let
chest.
him do this rant really quick.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Come on, Sunshine. The floor is yours. Go ahead.
All right, okay, all right. First off, Browning, where are you? Is Browning here today, or did he?
No, he's got technical issues.
Yeah, his technical issues. Today.
That's what he gets for working in the bluegrass state with this Kentucky Fried Chicken visit. All right, first things first. Josh, what in the devil is the matter with you sending jiffies on my Twitter? I was like, what the heck?
They're not called jiffies, they're gifs.
Well, whatever you call them. I mean, my goodness. I was like,
is Jif a peanut? Isn't that a peanut butter?
Yeah,
I could not believe it. I could not believe it. On Twitter, of all places, Josh is just, oh my god.
Yeah, you're blowing up my phone. I was
there. Yeah, Sean, can I say this? You blow up people, Sean. I mean, really, it's very inconsiderate how you rub stuff in. I mean, you don't see the Gluey Hump and I rubbing stuff in on you or anybody else.
You rub stuff in too.
No, I don't.
You're just afraid to admit it.
No, Sean, I don't rub stuff. Sean, you're making false accusations about me, dude.
Bull crap! During the bath shower, you put up stupid images of Trump that my favorite teams go to the White House. So be quiet.
Sean, I'm not. But I don't bombard and show like 50 pictures, or I don't tweet that, or I don't text you at like 2 a.m. and do anything.
No, because you're probably asleep at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, actually, most times I'm working. Sean.
I actually like to sleep.
Well, I slept real well last night, and
I bet you did.
I'm happy it's Thursday, May 16th. It's a beautiful day out here in the inland Northwest with thunderstorms coming later this afternoon.
What's so wonderful about thunderstorms?
Yeah, dude.
You know what? Thunderstorms are real cool to watch. If you took a science class, even science teachers tell.
Are you related to Tom Skilling?
No, I'm related to Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye.
You know what? I didn't do well. Hey, I didn't do well. I didn't do well in science, by the way.
I'm just kidding. Science was hard. Geology was the hardest college course I had to take. I had to study about rocks. And the other thing is, that's my bad opening rant because Josh has to blow up my doggone Twitter with notifications. I go on there and I'm like, oh, for Pete's sake.
Wait, Gluey Hump, did you do that? Hold on, Gluey Hump, did you do that?
I didn't blow up. I only responded when he blew up my phone.
Yeah, Sean, you instigated it. Yeah, Sean, sounds like you're the one that instigated it. Sean, you instigated it. Yes, you did.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
Hold up. Let's redo this because you weren't here at the beginning of the show. I put out Twitter that I'm going to the White Sox game on Saturday, and you're like, awesome, have fun. And you put, after that sentence, you said, oh, I can't wait for the Bruins to win, wrap up the series.
No.
I got evidence. I have evidence.
Let's back up. I'm on Twitter right now. We can back up the whole thing that Josh asked on a post, how everybody was doing. I said, I'm doing fine since the Bruins won. And then, bam, he blows up my stinking Twitter with, oh, my.
Hey, Gluey, I'm going to ask you this question. Isn't it sad Sean's got to celebrate conference championship?
Yeah.
I mean, really, yeah, Sean.
Hey, I celebrated the American League Championship series.
Do you celebrate participation trophies?
Yeah, really.
Absolutely. And you know what? When nobody's here, I celebrate by myself. When nobody's bothering me.
Gluey Hump. I only celebrate world championships because you know what? In my book, you're not You're not a champion unless you're a world champion.
Yeah. By the way, the Bears won their division this year. I didn't celebrate
that either. Hey, Gluey Hump. Hey, Gluey Hump. I got to tell you something, Gluey Hump.
You should still be proud of a team's accomplishment when you win a division.
I'm proud, but I'm proud. You're right. I could be proud.
The thing is, where's your sports spirit at? It seems like it's a little bit out with Josh and Frank.
Oh,
And
I'll admit it's out of me because we got freaking idiots on Twitter who think they have the answers to every sports team's problem.
And wrestling. Don't forget wrestling, too.
And wrestling, too.
Yeah,
every sports fan thinks they're a general manager. They can do a better job than the general managers. Shut up. Put your money where your mouth is. And shut the fuck up. God,
Sean, listen, it's okay if you celebrate. Sean, celebrate when they win a world champion. Okay, let me ask you this. What did you think last year after the Patriots lost the Super Bowl to the Eagles?
I didn't want anybody to talk with me. I was in not a good mood.
Okay, Sean. Oh, God, Sean.
And you know something else? I got to say this. My good part of my opening rant is I'm so happy about tonight. I'm hoping tonight the Bruins win and get to their 20th Stanley Cup championship appearance. That'll teach you all never to judge Boston sports because Boston
is a good run.
And Boston is always beautiful. Amen to that. Yeah.
That's a great run. Hey, the Bruins get in, but Sean, don't think I'm going to text or call you after they're going to win this series, but don't think whenever it's tonight or whenever I'm going to call or text you because I'm not going to.
Oh, yeah.
You got to win a world championship for that. I do congratulate friends after their teams win world championships.
Oh, come on. Let the players have fun after they win conference championships.
Okay, Sean,
that's a huge accomplishment.
Sean, Sean, let me ask you this. Is there going to be champagne in the locker room of the Boston Bruins in Carolina tonight?
Well, maybe there'll be a little.
No, there won't. I can guarantee you. As a matter of fact, Zdeno Chara won't even touch the Prince of Wales. Yeah, that's it. It's the Prince of Wales trophy. Zdeno Chara won't even touch it.
Well, here's why I say, Josh and Frank, look up here. We want the cup. We want the cup.
And I understand. That's great and all. But take 5 wins. Sean, the Bruins need 5 wins. You're not 1 win ain't gonna cut. You gotta win tonight or whenever, and then 4 more.
The Bruins are well aware of that sprinkle. And by the way, Frank, focus on your Blackhawks, even if you know how to, because the Blackhawks aren't even in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
This is the thing. You like to rub it in. I mean, really, you don't see the Glory Hopper rubbing it. We don't rub it in. I don't rub it in.
Shower, you rubbed it in with showing me that stinking Blackhawks attire in your doggone little office. So don't give me any of that junk crap.
Well, Sean, the only reason I was doing that because you were rubbing it in, so I'm rubbing it back.
All right. Yeah. Can we have a countdown to the legal ID, please?
Oh yeah. Who does it? Is it you? Oh yeah, I do it. Hold on. Do I do it?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I do it. Hold on. Glory, let's talk for 45 seconds. I'll give you the countdown at 10. Okay. We got 30 seconds till the countdown. 40 till the ID.
All right. To piggyback and put a ribbon on the Bears discussion, I said the Bears will be truly considered a Super Bowl contender once they finally beat the fucking Eagles in Philadelphia. I'm so sick of going out there and them having their brains be I'm sick of them having their ass whooped in Philly, okay? It's hard for me to spit it out because I'm so sick of Philadelphia. Hashtag
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 1, 4, and then 1, 3, 2, and then 1. Glory Hump, it's all yours.
This is a her, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. I'm a jackass streaming live on worldwide television. I might as well be from Philadelphia. We're live right now on FS1. You can also listen to us on the iHeartMedia app and also on Fox Sports Radio. You can listen to us on there if you want.
Philadelphia's got a high obese rate. Why would you want to be from there?
Oh, God.
What do you mean? What's the matter with the city of brotherly love? You go learn about the Declaration of Independence and we're American.
Uh-oh.
Damn! Oh, no. Now he's back. All right, now, I'm looking at the Bears. November 3rd is when Chicago goes at Philadelphia. Better be careful, Bears fans. You got to go to the city of brotherly love and deal with those Philadelphia Eagles.
I won't be surprised if that game's flexed to Sunday Night Football.
Wait. Can it be flexed at that point?
Yes,
well, actually, what I found out is that game is at 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central, which is 10 a.m. Pacific where I live.
Yeah, that game's going to be –
Eagles going to win.
Oh, watch out, Brett. Browning, are you going to bet with Josh and Frank?
See, Browning doesn't. Browning, are you going to do that? See, Browning, see, Sean. Browning doesn't do that stuff.
I don't do it either. No, what the hell's your problem? I don't even do it.
Yeah, Sean hasn't done a profile bet in like 5 years.
Oh, good. I'm happy. I'm happy, Sean. I really am. I'm proud of you.
Complete because I'm past that stage.
Great.
Doggone Chicago gear on my stinking wall for a week. It's crazy. I hated it. And then I had to listen to it. That Philadelphia Eagles thing was garbage in 2015.
Good. I'm happy you don't bet anymore. I'm really happy, Sean.
Oh, here's what I'm saying.
I'll never forget this. I had the picture of for Sean. He had a picture of El Duque as his profile picture.
Oh, God,
and a White Sox 05 championship on the cover photo. It was awesome.
I had the first bet with Josh, and he had to look at a Patriots photo for an entire week.
Sean,
and then the Celtics beat the Bulls like a few weeks later, and Josh got all. And then losing on Black Friday. Oh, I hated that.
Oh. Yeah, on Black Friday, he lost 3 bets in one day.
Okay, but let me ask you this: who made the bets? I
made a bet with him. Jeff made a bet with Sean as well.
Oh, that was awful. My whole shrine.
The Knicks beat the Celtics. Put the shrine.
My whole room was stripped, and it was like, gosh, now it's like a prison right here.
Hey,
and all
Sean,
my friends were like, "You lost another bet again? What's the matter with you?"
Hey, Sean, what happens if your weapons? And you know how we are about this, but what happens if your shrine caught on fire?
If my shrine, I just rebuild it again. I just rebuild it. Nothing's going to happen to this fabulous shrine because that's where all the tradition is at.
Sean, do you have insurance on it?
Yeah, Will.
I built the shrine there, pal.
Sean, I need insurance
about it.
I built it with my bare hands.
Hey, go up. Hey, do you have insurance on this shrine? Look at them low rates.
Frank, it took a lot of work to build it.
Hey, Sean, I got so big for
right now, with the Bruins up 3-0, I'm looking at the great Bobby Orr. I got some Bobby Orr pictures right there.
Sean, call Eagle Man. Sean, you need to call Eagle Man now. Get on the phone. Get off. Call Eagle Man. You need insurance on that shrine.
I don't need any doggone insurance at all. I rep my teams, and I'm proud of who I go for because Boston is always the city of champions because we've won 12 championships over the last 18 years compared to other cities.
That's great.
Yeah, we don't even match up to that.
Wait a minute. Sean, hold on. You're not even from Boston.
I visited Boston,
but you're not from Boston. You don't hold any residency.
I can go for whoever I want, Sprinkle. All right,
Sean, I'm glad you're here because before we get to the bash hour, we need to talk about one of your other favorite teams as well. We need to get into this discussion about Sean's other favorite football team, the New York Jets.
I am not a Jets fan.
Now you are.
They're GM.
Browning, I'll kick you out of the show if I can't.
Sean, do you have a leftover Mark Sanchez jersey?
Oh, yeah, real funny. You're probably thinking in my closet that I'm hiding a Joe Namath jersey. Oh, my God.
Or Curtis Enos.
Curtis Enos.
Or
my bad, Curtis Martin.
Curtis Martin or a Keyshawn Johnson or a Vinny Testaverde jersey there. Yeah. All right, I knew you were going to hit me with that. Well, the Jets are dealing with their drama, and they got – I don't know what it's going to look like. I mean, I think they're going to be strong this year, maybe be a team that goes 8-8 or maybe 9-7. But
how do you fire your GM after you sign Le'Veon Bell?
Yeah, how do you fire
no sense.
You
know what, Josh and Frank Browning? If you've got an issue with it, why don't you call the New York Jets office and find out what's going on right there? Because I sure as heck am not.
Why would I call them? I have no business to call them. They're looking on their dysfunction. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Just come up as a fake Jets fan. I'm a
Jets fan.
Hey, by the way, I heard that Dante Hightower wants to be a Bear.
Hey, come over. Hey, Sean.
No way, man. Dante Hightower made one of the biggest strip sack fumbles in Super Bowl history that led to the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history when the Patriots beat the Falcons, and Julian Edelman caught the ball with his hands underneath.
Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Well, Browning, you've got technical issues if you can't hear Josh or Frank. That's what you get for living in the bluegrass state. Because you have
you need to put those rapper headphones. Those rapper headphones of yours are not going well so far, man.
Maybe Chuck E. Cheese Smooth sent him the wrong set of headphones or something like that. Why not Chuck E. Cheese Smooth?
That's a sound train himself.
No, Donnie Green.
Yeah. Hey, Browning, whenever your birthday is or whatever, I'll see if I can find a Donnie Green T-shirt.
Hey, Sean,
and mail
hey, Sean, shut your really mouth. You don't even pay attention to wrestling, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to be thoughtful and considerate.
Hey,
Sean,
hey, Sean, have you ever had any pie?
Oh, boy.
Jeez, Frank, Josh, what is this? Oh, my gosh.
I'll get that one from Browning, a Baron Corbin.
Not even a Corbin T-shirt.
or probably Browning probably wants an Eagles T-shirt where the Bears kicker misses the kick and shoves it right.
Okay. Hey, for that comment, here you go.
Here go what?
Oh yeah.
Dude, you know what you sound like? Hey, Brownie, you stop, Brownie. You know what you sound like? You sound like the Kool-Aid dude.
Huh?
Doesn't he sound like the Kool-Aid dude when he goes, "Oh yeah"?
Hey, here we go.
South Park.
Type out soliloquy. Here we go.
Family Guy. They had the Family Guy break-in in court. First episode.
Hold on, just a minute.
You admitted it 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about?
Geez, Sean, I have a question. Why are you giggling like a little schoolgirl, dude?
That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
All right, let's get to this. Let's get to the Skippy bath shower. Sean, the intro's yours.
Ladies, oh my gosh, it's gonna get worse. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are at a bath shower. It is 12:08 p.m. Central, even though you got to figure it out for yourself. At least I know. I live in the cool part of Idaho where it's 9:08 a.m. Actually, it's 12:08 p.m. Eastern, 11:08 in the Central, even though you got to figure that out for yourself. I live out here in the beautiful sunshine state of Idaho. And in Kentucky, who knows what the heck time it is there. Anyway, Brian shakes his head. It's great. It's the Skippy Bayless Bath Shower. What?
And then?
Whoa.
We don't have the music here, dude.
When Snowman gets his new studio put up, there's a few people that can't be interrupting the theme song. How are we supposed to get through the bath shower with the theme song being interrupted here? Come on.
Sean, don't look at the chat room.
Come on, right here.
I disagree there, dude. I disagree there. He ain't.
No, it's not human growth hormones. It's food growth hormones.
Oh God.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Glory Hump. You know what's amazing? Hey, Glory Hump. You know what's amazing? I'm in better shape than the Panda, and he plays Major League Baseball.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good point.
I should play Major League.
The Panda's got 3 World Series rings.
And his belt gets destroyed.
What the heck do I get in return? Oh, yeah, Josh and Browning and Snowman and Justin have to hit me with something about Panda and his belt buckle break. And I was like, oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, my gosh. I have to see that. And then he gets traded down to San Francisco. Although the Red Sox might be looking to get Madison Bumgarner. That'd be sweet.
No shot.
Yeah, probably. That ain't going to happen, dude.
In the words of David Kaplan, no shot.
Or how about Vince McMahon? No chance.
Hold on. Here we go. Just a minute.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
What are we doing here? Are we trying to play the music here?
All right. Here we go.
All right. How many mice do we got today, Josh?
I'm glad you asked. We have Jamie Collins level of quotes. Does he recently re-signed the Patriots? I'm going back to his old number, and that was 51. So oh my!
Oh no!
Concord Collective.
Guys, this guy just drives me nuts.
Concord.
Oh gosh!
Yeah, Cool Collective, Sean. It ain't that hard.
But
Hey,
Frank, this guy drives me nuts.
Hey, Sean, you know
Don't
what?
drive me nuts.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Hey, let me ask you this: Glory Hump, and Brownie. Do people drive you nuts in life? Come on, there's got to be some people driving you nuts.
A couple.
Okay, but you know what? You don't see Sean. You don't see them going off and
Frank.
Sean, look, I'm not punching my bear pillow.
Yeah, he's not doing that.
I got my red pillows. I don't punch them because they're in terminal shape. And
now
you know,
today,
Frank, I have a reply to you to say about this. Yes, Daddy. Thanks a lot.
Daddy, that made no sense. Yes, Daddy, that just made no sense.
Wait till Frank gets married and has kids and kids.
Sean,
Oh.
me getting married, Sean. I don't see that happening, dude. Honestly,
You never know, Frank. Some girl pops up in your life and you go on nice dates and get married and have kids and we become uncles.
All right, this show's gone off the rails. Let's move on, please.
Lord knows I'm far from romantic as it is. I'm good looking.
All right, here we go. Ready? Let's go. Ready whenever you are.
Sean, you will be punching some pillows today. And Ronnie, I have a couple quotes that may get you upset.
I can't wait to hear that with Browning. That'll be great.
Let's start off with Browning, actually.
Yeah, here we go. Since he had technical difficulties.
Wait, what's that got to do with anything?
All right. Hey, Sean, if he can't hear what I say, tell him what the quote is, all right?
Yeah, he might. Please note that he is having technical problems.
Yeah. Skip us to mine.
Dear Lord, why do I even try? Yeah. You all get the point.
My Philadelphia Eagles will trade Fletcher Cox to the Dallas Cowboys.
I'll see that happen.
Fletcher Cox to the Cowboys. Hey, Browning, it's going to be a long year for the Eagles. Might as well put your stuff away.
No, man, get your overweight face on the camera, dude.
Somebody's muted.
Hey,
no, don't do that. No, wait. Be better than that. Hold on.
Hey, remember what I said last week?
That's not happening, Skip.
Remember, guys, 2 mutes per show.
Hey, Brownie, I want to make a Gluey Hump. I want to make a referendum here if I can. I want to make a referendum. I will not mute anybody. However, if anybody gives false advertising, I get to mute them. Can we do that?
Yes, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, false advertising that's not paid for. I will mute you.
That is such crap. Okay, he gets away with doing it, and it's not even his show. And by the way, Browning, it's going to be a long year for the Eagles. Fletcher Cox to the Cowboys.
I happen to skip.
Hey, Sean, you talk about Jets.
Though.
Hey, Sean, you have a Make America Great hat in there?
What did you just say, Browning? Don't you dare play that Jet fan guilt card with me. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, do you have a Kirk Cousins hoodie in there, too?
Well, I got a Bruins hoodie. Yeah, I'm
not talking about Bruins. I'm talking about a Minnesota Viking Kirk Cousins hoodie. Do you have that with you?
Gosh, I know nothing.
It looks like a 32-year-old, for God's sake. Really?
He looks like Mark David Chapman.
That's not cool.
Just stop that.
All right. Here we go. This one's fun. Frank, I do agree with your proposition. Any false advertisement will be automatically muted. We do get copyright strikes. It'll shut down my YouTube channel, and I do not want that to happen. All right, here we go. Frank, also, you have the power to do the attention warmer shoppers if you like.
Sure.
All right, here we go. Skip S to the mic.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It gets old after a while, but you get the point. Both of us, dude.
Hey, it's part of the segment, man. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
My New England Patriots will finish third in the AFC East.
Oh, that is so awful.
I doubt that will happen. Okay, move on to the next quote.
What are you doing?
You know what? I'll tell you what he just did. He just took a crap. That's what he did.
Frank, keep it clean. You know what, Josh? That should deserve an automatic mute because we don't have negative profanity on the air there.
Profanity. Sean, that was not profanity.
Patriots.
Sean, this is a not politically correct show. Profanity is encouraged.
Yeah,
what do you mean it's encouraged?
Wait,
That's disgusting. I just ate breakfast a little bit ago. The Patriots are not going to finish third. You always have to realize that the AFC has to go through Foxborough. So it's always tough to beat the Patriots in time. The Bears should know because the Bears ended up losing to the Patriots last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but
they did. They lost. And kudos.
Hey, how about that? The two teams in the Super Bowl the year before had 2 fluke victories over the Bears. This past
oh
All right, here we go. Next one.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Skip Bell said that my New England Patriots should sign Mike Glennon as a backup quarterback.
Well, in this league, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees in this league, considering that Brady could get injured.
I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I'm thinking to myself, why would I want him to be a backup quarterback? No.
Jeez.
I want that to happen. I mean, come on. Brady's the GOAT. Brady will always be the GOAT because he is one of the best quarterbacks ever, Brownie. So keep your mouth shut.
Hey, Sean, I got some bad news. Sean, I got some bad news for you about Tom Brady.
What?
He's married.
Yeah, well, Brady's the GOAT, and he's my favorite quarterback. And I got Brady's GOAT number. I got number 12 Brady jersey in my closet. Now that one I have because I've worn it on shows before.
Okay, Sean, I want you to try your best to be rational with this next one because I think you might be set off, like really pissed off with this next one. But here we go.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Sean, I found something you actually kind of look like.
Oh boy.
Well, you know, I had a lot of friends that think I looked like Tom Cruise.
No, yeah, right. Sean,
yeah.
Sean. Yeah, okay, listen, I grew up watching Married with Children, and you look like Bob Rooney.
Married with Children. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, one of Chicago's greatest.
Of that in the 90s on FX, I think. Or wasn't it on FX? I think so.
Anyway, you look like Bob Rooney from No Man.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Skippy Bill said that my Boston Bruins will give up a 3-0 lead to the Carolina Hurricanes.
That is so stupid.
God, dude.
Oh, my gosh. The Bruins? Oh.
There we go.
Go ahead, Frank.
Bye.
John, oh my goodness, I had to see his rear end. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. I can't do it. I'm going to throw up.
Go ahead.
Glue up. I'm going to do it.
Repeat attention, Super Walmart shoppers. We got a raving lunatic with rabies spreading around the produce aisle. Watch out. He's
What are you
beating the meat.
doing?
Repeat, beating the meat.
We are not going to blow a 3-0 lead. We're going to win this series. We're going to win tonight.
Yeah, you will.
I'm going to celebrate with some champagne after they win the Eastern Conference Championship.
Sean, that's dead if you got to celebrate with champagne, unless it's a world championship, honestly.
It still counts because it's an accomplishment.
Yes, you're right. It is an accomplishment, but it's not the mountaintop.
Sprinkle. That's what you know about championships. You won't even honor your team's accomplishment.
I did. I honored them.
When the Cubs won in 2016, you had to honor them because they beat the Dodgers for the National League Championship.
It was nice, but it wasn't good.
They were able to pull off a lucky championship in 2016 when the whole world was bailing for the Cubs and going for Chicago Cubs.
Sean, would you talk in a normal voice?
Hearing, go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go.
Oh gosh, I feel like muting you, but I'm better than that, dude. Sean, I'm all right. Look, let's say the Cubs had lost that seventh game in Cleveland, then they would have
been upset.
I would have not been happy, but I would have been. Listen, Sean, I would have been dialing 911 asking for a suicide counselor. But Sean, to me, winning a world, you're not a champion unless you win a world champion. I don't support champagne unless you win it all.
What in Samuel Hill is that, Josh?
Samuel here. Hey, Gluey Hump, what can the topic or topics be about?
Browning, who asked you? Okay, now,
I'll tell you right now, I'll pay for a Sean Frank debate on pay-per-view than Double or Nothing. If that makes me a bad wrestling fan, I don't care.
He knows to get his butt kicked.
John, when the Cubs won the NLCS, I was happy, but I knew that there were 4 more wins left.
He cried his eyes out.
You understand with Chicago sports fans, there's always inner cynicism in the back of the head whenever.
That is true. That is true, Glowy Hump. Absolutely.
But Josh hated having to hear "Go Cubs, go" during 2016.
Oh, I couldn't stand it. My cousin Vito was getting on my last nerves with the Cubs.
Yeah, you know what? When the White Sox won the World Series, I was happy for the Sox. My friends who were Sox fans.
Who, your Uncle Vito? Is that what you're talking about?
Same guy who said that the Packers had the best defense in the NFC North.
Yeah, and Uncle Vito's already shooting his mouth off already. So, yeah, right. And the Packers get to have a lot of primetime games, which is pretty sad, you know.
Yeah, that is sad. I'm with you there. That is sad.
Well, come on, Josh and Frank. It's Aaron Rodgers, discount double check man.
Yeah, you know, nobody wants to play with him anymore. Haven't you noticed players are leaving Green Bay?
Skip us to the
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. This one's for Browning.
I'm ready. Here we go.
Sure.
Wait,
My Philadelphia Eagles will go 2-14.
why did you do that too?
That's what I'm saying, Brad. A 2-14 Eagles team. You had your lucky little shot in 2017, and we're lucky to even beat the Patriots. That, you know what, Browning? You better put it away and focus on Chuck E. Cheese smooth.
It's better than Patriots.
You know what, Frank? I have figured you out a long time ago, and you put taking pictures out. You know what, Frank? Quit putting negative profanity on the computer.
I didn't put profanity.
Come on.
Sean, I got some news for you. Sean, I got some news for you. I think you may be surprised by this, but I'm actually a Charles Barkley fan now.
I am too.
Now, Josh, Frank, give me a reason exactly why you are a Charles Barkley fan.
I'm a Charles Barkley.
Dude, once you get your face out there, dude. I mean, really, dude.
I'm a Charles Barkley fan because
he's honest.
Not that,
brutally
but
honest.
His segments where he buries San Antonio women and talks about the churros during the segments, the funniest thing I ever seen.
Oh yeah,
He talks about all the big old women down in San Antonio. Victoria is definitely a secret down there. They were down there.
What about when you watch Inside the NBA and you have Charles and Shaq having a debate on Inside the NBA? Don't you appreciate that?
Yes.
I like Inside the NBA. I mean, I'll say this. I might not be much of an NBA fan these days, but I appreciate Charles Barkley's honesty. He makes watching Inside the NBA worth it.
And Browning, this is directed to you. No LeBron James. No LeBron James.
Sean, we know that. And that's a good thing. That's actually a good thing.
Buck is not even in the NBA playoffs this year, Buster.
Playoffs?
Yeah. And Frank, I can't believe I just can't believe it. You and Josh like Charles Barkley.
Yeah, we do. We have a problem with that.
Thing is, Sir Charles never won an NBA championship.
I know that, Sean. What bothers you? What didn't you like about Charles Barkley? Explain, please.
Because he's always got something against the Celtics, and that irks me. Have a little respect.
Well, but he's brutally honest.
Had all the victory of a lifetime trying to beat the Celtics, but Larry Bird got in his way, and Larry Bird was able to win. Come on now.
What does he say? What does he negatively say about the Celtics here, Sean? Did he say he hates the Celtics?
He always has something against the Celtics. Yeah, Browning, this isn't directed to you.
He's part of the show, dude.
You just remember, Browning, think about that quote about the Eagles going 2-14.
Yeah.
Browning, just check out that photo. Hey, Browning, doesn't that photo I sent you look pretty cool?
All right, next quote.
That's why I'm glad I didn't even look at the picture, Frank. All right, here we go.
You, dude. I interested in the Brownie, not you, Jabroni.
Skip us to the mind.
Oh, no. Here we go again.
My Boston Red Sox will finish last in the AL East this season.
Oh, please.
I doubt that. That ain't going to happen.
The AL East. Look, we had a little trouble yesterday against the Rockies.
Wait.
How everything went. We're not going to finish in last.
How are you involved in the Red Sox? Do you play? Are you their bullpen coach?
Browning, I see your comment. I think that was an ugly, pathetic thing for you to say. If you said that in front of a bunch of Patriot fans, I would not back you up. You'd be on your own. And I have to say this. I don't play for the Red Sox, Frank. I watch them and follow them. I cheer them on now.
What's it, dude?
I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you got that ear for that. Like when I say that, that's good.
This breaking news doesn't involve anything Bostonian related, does it?
No, but it's some sad news.
Sad news. What is it?
Ric Flair just got hospitalized.
Wait, who?
Ric Flair's in the emergency room right now. TMZ just put it out.
Oh my goodness!
It's a very serious situation. So let's keep our thoughts with Rick.
Yeah. Wasn't there a health scare recently? Hold on, Shawnee. Wasn't there a health scare recently with Ric Flair, if I recall, like a year or two ago?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thoughts, prayers, and condolences from all of us, and hopefully he'll be okay.
Yeah, please. He's one of my favorites.
Prayers are with Tim Conway. He passed away yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Doris, how about that? Doris Day passed away a few days ago. Well, she was a great actress. Got to give her a
long life. 97. 97's a long life.
Yeah, good full life she had.
Yeah, I can agree.
All right, back to the comedy. Let's have some fun. All right.
Yeah, let's get on my Ric Flair here
because he had hip surgery. Okay, back to the comedy we go.
Here we go. Scoop Bear said that Caddyshack is overrated.
It is.
You know something? Hold it. I got to about this. Hold on, just a minute. Don't move to the next quote. I have
Go to the next quote.
No. Shush up, Brownie. I can only have 2 mutes, and I don't want to put you on mute because I want to use my mutes wisely. Now
I have something for you.
Just a minute. Intro song. All right. Now I know exactly how people feel about Caddyshack. This is one of the best. Here we go.
Okay. Where are we going, dude?
Yeah, here we go. See, here. Listen to the song right there by Kenny Loggins.
I can hear. Not that.
Turn it off.
Oh, goodness, Sean, you give away, Sean. What do you? Never mind. Never mind, dude.
Listen to the song. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Caddyshack.
Are we in outer space? When the fuck is this song gonna start?
Let's see. Caddyshack. Look, Josh, at the comments.
Cool,
okay, I have producer power to do this really quick because we can't get copyright strikes.
Yeah, then we're gonna get sued and be out of the business.
Gosh, I just get muted for nice. That song has tradition and class. Caddyshack was not overrated.
What class of tradition? What do you mean class of tradition?
You're a hard person to figure out, dude.
All 3 of you and everybody. Everybody ever seen Caddyshack before? I've watched it plenty of times.
Frank, I love you, man.
Love me. Oh yeah, like, right back at you, dude. You're a cool person, Sean. You really are a hard person to figure out, dude. You really are.
Frank, you know what? This is my first one. Take that. That's my first one.
I'm back, dude. I'm back.
Use the last one wisely.
Yeah,
dude.
Here's the last one. You know what? I could say it for you, Rowdy, but there is nothing wrong with Caddyshack at all because that one had class and tradition. That movie was great. That was a funny golf movie. Josh, don't forget about the Gophers, Josh. Remember, Josh, you can be a groundskeeper and you can go search for gophers who destroy a golf course. You too, Browning. I can hire you as a groundskeeper and go after the Gophers.
Sean, what are you smoking?
Frank, do you want a job as a groundskeeper so you can go after gophers? Yeah.
No, Sean, here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be pretty soon maybe announcing my, I don't know. I'm thinking about running for this office called President of the United States.
Oh yeah, great, lovely. A sprinkle administration. That'll be a lot of
Oh,
fun.
just Sean, all of you get jobs. Like you said, Browning, the press secretary job is gonna be perfect for Browning.
Oh, Browning, the press secretary.
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
that-
No, listen. Yeah, that's exactly. Whenever a reporter asks a question he doesn't like, he can just say, and then.
All right. First off, the country has to go with you and support you, and I don't think they would. Second of all, Browning has to get through the United States Senate to be confirmed, and Josh would need to get to be Attorney General or maybe Secretary.
No. The Glory Hump would be my chief of staff. I mean, that's like a producer's job when it comes to to a leader's job, the chief of staff. And the chief of staff holds everybody together. So it'd be perfect for the Glory Hump.
Boy, it'll be a dysfunctional White House at the spring.
Oh, by the way, suits and ties you don't have to wear. You can wear just
you have to wear suits and ties.
I'm gonna wear my leather. You know what I'm gonna wear my leather jacket in the White House.
You know what's gonna happen? You'll get impeached, and you'll get questioned.
I'm gonna get impeached for what I'm wearing.
You have to be professional. You have to wear a shirt and a tie. Just like I saw in your Skype profile picture, Sprankle. You got to be professional. And you have to wear a shirt and tie. It's that simple. You're in the White House for crying out loud. You're trying to be president of the United States. But first, he's got to win the people before he even tries to get there. Boy, a Sprankle administration just makes me sick when I even think about it. He would make America weak, just like Trump has made America weak.
And don't forget, live from the White House every Friday night, it's Extreme Wrestling.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to.
No, Frank, it would be Extreme Federal Wrestling.
Yeah, I know, Extreme Federal Wrestling. With we're gonna develop some of the best talent nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah,
there's gonna be some talent that's gonna be famous.
We're gonna have the women from Cost Cutters drop their waterfall.
All right, I got something here.
And also we have no Subway either. I don't like Subway.
I love Subway, dude. Subway's awesome.
I like Jimmy John's more.
Yeah, Jimmy John's is all right. Subway to get more bread options.
And then, all right, next quote.
Oh yeah,
Josh, you see some comments right there?
Yeah. Not really, because your hair looks like a mop every time you get a haircut.
Hey, what do you mean? Look at that. See that hair? Look at that. That's good. That's class and tradition right there.
Everything's class and tradition with you.
That's absolutely right.
All right, here we go. Skip us into my.
No. Here we go.
Oh,
Here we
go.
He's like Kool-Aid, dude. He's like the Kool-Aid dude.
My New England Patriots should consider removing Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator.
And Skip, who the heck are we going to get for an offensive coordinator? That is a lame excuse.
No, I got the guy.
Oh, and who would that be?
Mark Trestman.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, bro.
No.
I was done in a heartbeat.
No, it's not.
That is an awful. Oh my gosh. That you know how cruel that would be. Trestman is an offensive coordinator.
By the way, this is a little random though, but why does Bill Belichick refuse to have himself on the Madden video games?
Yeah, because exactly. I noticed that too.
Bill Belichick is a disciplinarian, and Bill Belichick knows how to
dictator.
He's a great coach. He's a disciplinarian. He's got Super Bowl championships.
Right.
Bill Belichick has got 8 Super Bowl championships. You can't take that away from a legend, and that's what Bill Belichick is.
Yeah, but I would love to be a video game character. That'd be cool.
Oh, Frank is a video game character?
Frank. It would.
Yeah, have Frank on there with his Cubs attire, then he'll jinx and curse the Cubs. Yeah, that'll be nice.
Sean, you just made absolutely no sense. By the way, Brownie, this is what your voiceover would be great for this.
Browning's voiceover? Oh, good Lord.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, the Rolling Stones are going to Gillette Stadium. How about that? That's nice. All right.
Yeah, they are. We mentioned their tour earlier.
Yeah, well, I was out and about doing.
Oh yeah.
And then?
Any more?
All right, here we go. Next one. Hi, sister.
Quit stealing my lines. Remember, it's copyright. If you're saying it's copyright with Caddyshack, then it's copyright with you guys.
There's no legal documents showing that that's copyright.
That's all right. I'll go to a judge, and a judge will say, yeah, they can't copyright what you say on the air.
Wait, which judge? Judy? Are you going to go to Judge Judy?
Sean, do you understand that you have to pay for your own trademarks?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You do.
So it means that Frank, Josh, and Browning, when they steal my lines, it pretty much means that they have to pay for copyright. So I'll have to charge you $10 every time you do it. So
I just won't do it.
So mail it to me. I'll give you my address and mail it to me. Look. See, copyright. That'll be another $10.
I can't believe this.
Oh, boy.
Hey, stop stealing my lines.
What, you eat dumpster food, Sean?
What lines?
Anybody want to see? Anybody want to see Sean throw pillows around? Let's get to that.
No, I don't.
Oh, help me. Oh no.
Concord Collective.
All right, this one is not. This one's not a Donald Trump quote, but it does involve politics. So here
Politics.
Oh boy, here we go.
I thought JFK was a great president. Too bad he didn't live long.
He was a great president.
He was. I just said that.
All right, there you go.
Skip Bear said that my Boston Celtics should bring in Mike Pence as a senior consultant.
That just made no sense, dude. Bye. Move on to the next quote, dude. Move on to the next quote.
I'm the messenger.
Attention, railroad shoppers. Attention, Super Railroad shoppers. Attention, Super Railroad shoppers. Evacuate the store. Please evacuate the store. We got a big guy with an overweight stomach who's eating the meat. Please, eating the meat.
How dare you say such a thing about that? I mean, that's not even funny right there. You can't be telling me that Mike Pence would do anything. Pence doesn't know a thing about basketball. Not to mention the fact that he has a little experience in the guy who is ruining America, which is Trump. But I can't believe you could ever say such a thing. That was awful. Browning, copyright. Charge you $10 if you don't stop it. No kidding.
Hey, Sean, I'm sure you would love another Kennedy in the White House, would you?
Another Kennedy would be way better than the person that's ruining America right now, which is Trump. Yeah.
Mr. Kennedy!
We got any more there, Josh?
Kennedy!
It really got me upset. I'm glad you liked the Caddyshack song there, Josh.
I did. I loved it.
When the show gets over, I know Justin will enjoy hearing it, and Snowman will enjoy hearing it.
I enjoyed it.
Snowman was going to come in, but I don't know where he's at.
Snowman's a busy dude getting his studio together.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Can't wait till he comes back. He's probably happy because his Warriors are up 1-0 in the series. The Dubs. I'm picking the Dubs to probably win the finals. Even though I'm sure that the NBA Finals will probably be a lowly rated NBA Finals. I didn't even watch last year's Finals.
I don't think it'll be as low, though.
We had to see that punk LeBron James in there.
All right, here we go. Next quote. We had two more quotes for today.
Oh, lovely. Here we go.
I knew Sean was going to be able to make 51 quotes today.
Good grief. This guy doesn't know when to stop.
Oh, by the way, I have to say this is not a Skippy quote. This is my particular opinion. Paul Pierce is a horrible analyst.
How is he a horrible analyst? Give me a break.
I want him to analyze the sport, not talk about, oh, he's better than this player and that player. It's not about you, bro. I'm not gonna watch ESPN pregame show and hear him talk about, oh, he's a better clutch shooter than Giannis and this and that. It's not about you, Paul Pierce. You're retired. If you still want to be about you, go sign with another team.
He can't play, dude.
You know what? You can't ever say that about the truth.
I just did.
You can't underestimate the truth. The 08 NBA Finals MVP. That's not
I just did.
Oh, for Pete's sakes.
How you say such a thing? Oh, Frank sent a picture. I saw that.
You know what?
Wait, which one? Is it the Kool-Aid dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Browning's voice would be perfect for that.
That's why I got Frank figured out. I can sense inappropriate images. I don't even have to look.
I can do the voice for the Frosted Flakes guy. They're great.
Yeah, Tony the Tiger, I think is what his name is.
I haven't had Frosted Flakes in ages.
Yeah.
Well,
I used to just.
You know what I could go for right now? I could go for some Arizona iced tea. Yeah.
You know what, Blue? You just mentioned Frosted Flakes. I used to just, when I was about 12, 13, and when I was in junior high, I just used to snack on Frosted Flakes out of the box.
Now, the question is,
That was good.
who wants to drink tea at a time like this?
Iced tea, not regular tea. I don't drink regular tea. That's just nasty.
I don't drink tea, period, dude.
I haven't had tea in a long time.
And then, all right, dude, what happened to my card, dude? Where's my card, dude?
Your card?
What? Which card? Who you addressing it to? To me or Frank?
Where's my card, dude? Where's my card? You guys never seen that movie, dude? Where's my card? That's where I got the end.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that in ages. I forgot.
Sean William Scott and Ashton Kutcher.
Hey, I got a
by the
card.
way, Ashton Kutcher is a Bears fan.
Yes, he is, and a proud and a guy that grew up as a Bears fan too.
And then, all right, here we go. Next call. See you best in the mind.
God bless America and Canada.
My New England Patriots will trade Julian Edelman to the Philadelphia Eagles for a first-round draft pick.
I doubt that will happen.
Sean, would you like to inform Browning what was just said?
What was just said?
Julian Edelman is not going to the Philadelphia.
Oh goodness, dude!
I
God.
Shut up, Frank. I am not. I am letting loose a lot of emotion right now.
Yeah, letting loose. Speaking of letting loose, John, do you have a toilet seat underneath?
Let him finish, Frank. Let him finish. Good.
Be quiet. Now, Skip Bayless, you are absolutely wrong. Why would Julian Edelman want to go to a loser Philadelphia team that got lucky?
He'll go to the Eagles.
He's not going to Philadelphia.
I agree.
Stop
I
it.
agree.
That was absolutely disgraceful. And I really fed up.
I don't know.
Hey, Sean, I have a question. You mentioned letting loose. Did you have a toilet seat underneath
Oh.
the seat you were sitting in?
Whoa.
Like, all right.
Yeah, I guess you did have one, dude, because it probably
God.
stinks.
Call 911. Repeat, call 911.
I don't think that's going to help.
Shh. I am not happy with that comment. Julian Edelman.
I am.
You know what, Browning? You could think that all you want, but at the end of the day, who is Super Bowl MVP this year? In Super Bowl 53, that would be Julian Edelman. And let's not
Oh,
forget,
boy.
classy thing right there, Josh. And look right up there, Josh.
Oh, God.
What are we looking
Yeah,
at?
That's a waste of money, by the way.
that's not a waste of money. Josh, right
Yeah,
back.
it is.
And here you go, Josh and Frank. Josh.
What?
There you go.
Yeah. Do you have that in rotation, like fever pitch too? You just go in and out of just different takes all the time. Do you even watch anything else besides Boston?
I have movies that I watch. I was watching GoldenEye which was a few days ago. Actually, yesterday I watched GoldenEye.
When did that movie come out? The 60s?
1995 with Pierce Brosnan who played James Bond. I am a James Bond.
You know, I think it was a remake of a movie from the 60s.
I was 1 year old when that came out.
And also, James Bond goes all the way back to the 60s there, Josh.
I
With
gotta
Sean
tell you.
Connery, who was in that, and I've always been a big James Bond.
Yeah, I know. I gotta tell you, he was a ladies' man, wasn't he?
Who, Sean Connery? Oh,
No,
yeah.
James Bond in general. Well, maybe
Oh,
James
by the
Connery.
way.
I don't know, but James Bond in general.
Hey, can the city of Alabama stop with their stupid women law abortion rules? Can you let the women make the decisions for themselves? You have no control over their bodies. That's freaking stupid.
That's why I get away from all the scandals that are going on in this country. That's why I want to try to. I know it's sad. I know it's tragic and bad and all.
Yeah.
But at least I get away from the news. It's so depressing these days.
Yeah, you're right. It is. No, I was Sean. I'm 100%. Yeah, it is.
That's why I go to-
Last quote of the day.
oh, brother, here we go.
Oh, man. Here we go.
Oh, man is right, dude.
Sean, get ready.
Oh, no.
No, Sean, just act normal, dude. I mean, really.
All right, here we go.
Skippy Bell said that Zendaya Chara is the most overrated Bruin of all time.
Is that why? that the Bruins are 1 win away from going to the Cup, 5 wins away from bringing the 7th Stanley Cup to Boston, and Zdeno has played a big role. Chara is not overrated. There is only one person in the world that is overrated, and that starts with an S, and the last name starts with a B. It's Skip Bayless.
Oh. I thought he was going to bring a pet game for a minute.
Goodness gosh.
Whoa, go ahead, Frank.
Dear Lord,
Oh,
Sean,
my God.
Sean, you need to come to the gym with me, dude.
Oh, yeah. We have a great time going.
Attention, Walmart shoppers. Attention, Walmart shoppers. We got a guy with a loaded shotgun. And repeat, he has a loaded shotgun. He's running through the beat mile. He's going through the pros aisle. And he's also going through the alcohol aisle. Watch out. Repeat, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out.
Oh, yeah. Walmart does have an alcohol aisle. Yes, I do know that for a fact.
Browning master bite your tongue. Oh, God. How about this?
Oh,
How about what, dude?
who called?
That'd be
Stop.
Wait, I thought Brock retired.
Oh.
Josh, you did that.
I thought he retired.
Stop saying. Oh my gosh. No, Zdeno Chara is not overrated. And you know
I
what?
agree.
If the Bruins win tonight, I can
If my mother...
What the hell is this bullshit that I'm looking at?
I have nothing to say about it.
That's what you get for blowing up my phone on Tuesday.
Yeah, Sean, what do you think? You just can't rub stuff in, dude. I mean, really.
Okay, I'll hit him with this.
Hit me with what? Hit with what, dude?
Hey, believe it or not, I'm glad that Chris Sale is gone. Just like I'm glad that Jimmy Butler is gone.
And you know what? Chris Sale won a World Series last year, so that's why he's a one-time champion with the Red
Man,
Sox.
I can't believe this. How do you strike out 17 and lose a game? That's what I don't understand.
Don't even go there, Frank.
No, I'm not trying
I
to.
did.
I
just
was
did.
angry after that game was over. Oh, man.
Well, what did you do? Did you stab somebody?
Oh.
Frank, that's cool.
Well, Sean, you seem like a madman. I mean, really, you seem. What do you mean? You seem like a madman every time. Or not? You seem like a madman. You don't want to be a madman, do you?
Just a minute. This is gonna be great. Watch, yeah.
Hey, Sean, I can tell you this. Donnie Green, I'll tell you this. Donnie Green would lay the smackdown all over your fan.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, Browning Master gets a Donnie Green T-shirt. That's pretty funny. Uh-oh, he's got to type something back. This is great. Glad that's the end of the bash hour. Couldn't do any more with what this guy said.
All you got to do is just act normal, dude.
Gosh, look at what Browning says in the chat room. Typical reply by Browning. That's great.
All right. Would you watch a match of Donnie Green versus Baron Corbin?
Oh, boy. Josh, I don't know how Browning would feel. But, yeah, Browning, you look so nice in a Donnie Green T-shirt.
Hey, Sean, Sean, you like wrestling now?
Or a Donnie Green hat.
Sean, you like
You guys
wrestling
will be
now?
there
dude?
Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to hit Browning with it because I have to hear Chuck E. Cheese Smooth.
Hey, Sean, Sean, how many Patriot players do you wish you could hit in the butt?
Nobody. I'm going to support him because Gronk, Gronk likes the WWE. Don't forget about that.
Unfortunately, he does.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the Skip Bayless Bash Hour. Thank you again for participating, everybody. And we'll have some more quotes for you next week.
Yes. Oh, brother. Here we go. I know. And you know what? We're getting very close to another special holiday. Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Memorial Day.
It is.
To honor Memorial Day, I'm going to make this special announcement.
That is.
Next week, at this time, after the Bash Hour, we're going to have a 30-minute Sean versus Frank debate on politics.
Oh, jeez. Lovely.
Yes.
A 30.
Okay.
I'm in the patriotic spirit,
boy.
and I want to hear a good old fashioned debate.
What are the topics? Are we going to be talking about foreign policy? Are we going to be talking about
Oh,
healthcare?
Our topics will be the Mueller report and Puerto Rico.
It's Mueller time.
Oh yeah, the Mueller report where Trump has lied and Mueller has the facts. Yep. That should be a fun. That should be a fun debate.
Who's
30.
Bronny, you
Yeah.
know who Donnie Green is. What type of question is that? Yes, you.
Browning. Crying out loud. No, just kidding.
All right, here we go. Let's get to the spoken word because I know Frank wants to get his lunch going.
There's no worries. There's no worries. Yeah, but I do have to work later on today.
All right, who wants to go first for the spoken word?
I guess I will. And I guess I can't think of anything else. If you wake up every morning, consider yourself to have one pretty good life. My spoken word of the day is always God blessings all.
All right, Browning, go ahead.
God's blessings.
Browning, your turn. John, let him know that I say it's his turn.
Wait, is he Harry? Can we hear him?
Browning, it's up to you now. What do you want to do for spoken word?
Spoken word is this good show. Good show as always. And shout out to my boy Chunky Smith and Mrs. Salad Green. Your Salad Donnie Green still sucks.
What up, Chunky Cheese Smooth?
As usual. What up? With Chuck Smooth, lovely. We have to hear that.
Well, at least you didn't sound like somebody that would be in a feminine hygiene commercial.
Oh.
All right, I'll go. Have a great weekend, everybody. There's another famous horse race coming up this weekend, by the way. We had the Kentucky Derby, and I think we got the the Preakness Stakes coming up. Don't forget about the Triple Crown. I mean, aren't horse races fun? So classy and wonderful. You should enjoy that. And down the stretch they come.
Are you imitating Phil Georgette?
Also, Bruins, do your job tonight. Get the sweep, get it out of the way, and hopefully get to their 20th Stanley Cup. Hey, Browning, I am glad I used my mute wisely because you had this coming. Okay. Last one of the day right there. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. And remember, you control yourself. Nobody controls you. Be happy, be calm, and do the best you can every day. Keep surviving.
I like that. Do the best you can. I love it.
Yeah, do the best you can. All about
That's all I can do.
All right. Now to Josh.
My spoken word day goes like this. Be strong enough to stand alone, smart enough to know when you need help, and brave enough to ask for it. That's my spoken word of the day.
Amen to that.
Nice. Loved it.
All right. So for the Bully Master, a.k.a. the Brownie Master, Andrew Browning, and also the big bag of win himself, Frank Sprinkle.
Nice.
Or the James Hetfield Sports Drive, Frank.
Oh, yeah. I love it, dude. Love it. Love it. Love it.
And no, you're not, Sean. And of course, we had the runner-up in the Bowling Master League, the Walmart boys, Sean. Man, I'm the Gloomy Hump, Josh Lopez. Thank you guys so much for checking out this week's edition of Sports Drive. Oh, by the way, really quick, I have to ask you guys Money in the Bank predictions. Go ahead, really quick.
Oh yeah. Right.
I'm only gonna ask you two matches: Seth Rollins or AJ Styles. Go ahead, Frank.
I like AJ, but I got to take Seth Rollins in this. Seth Rollins is at the height of his career. I think he beats AJ.
Brownie, who you got, Styles or Rollins?
Can't hear, dude.
Never mind.
Who you got there, Brownie? Who is it, Josh, again?
AJ Styles or Seth Rollins?
AJ Styles or Seth Rollins there.
Hey, who you got, Sean?
AJ Styles.
He's got AJ Styles.
Okay. Sean, who do you got?
Well, I don't follow wrestling.
Well, yeah, but you talk about Donnie Green, so obviously you do.
Obviously, I don't because
we don't have enough time. Next one,
Donnie Green one more time.
Kofi Kingston or Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens.
All right, I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens as well. All right, that's gonna be a wrap up on this show for this week's edition of the Sports Drive. Enjoy your weekend, and as always, don't be a Nimrod.
Yeah, really.
We'll be back next week. We love you guys. We'll talk to y'all.
Oh, how nice.
Peace.
Love and understanding.
All right, see you, everybody. See you next